corner shop, 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 corner. Sanja doesn't know that song. You don't know.
You did sing it to me just before we started filming, and I kind of recognised it, but I thought there's no way I will know how to follow that melody.
That melody.
I will not know how to follow that melody.
It's the corner shop. It's the corner shop corner Scotland special.
Yay!
Two things of note about this. One, in traditional Scottish style, I have a cold, so if the level...
What? Why is that Scottish style?
Because Scotland's cold and wet.
Not when we were there.
No, it's lovely.
It was beautiful.
I know.
And sunny.
I've been many times and it's lovely.
Yeah.
Been many times. I spent most of my childhood up there on school holidays.
Yeah, you did.
So I've come back from imaginary Scotland with a cold. You right there?
Yeah, hang on. The tumble dryer wasn't fully off.
And the second thing to know is that I haven't done a hilarious Scottish character for this episode.
You haven't, I know.
Because that might get me complaints. Somehow it's all right when I do a Australian, because you're Australian.
South African.
No, he's not. He's from Johannesburg. He's not from not Johannesburg.
Oh,
he's from
true.
Johannesburg.
Yeah, I need to remember that.
Scotland's a bit close to home. Some of them might come down here and get me.
Yeah.
Because we know the Scots are famously angry. Joke, love you, Scots. All right, Sanja, you're doing this one.
Am
really.
I?
Yeah, I don't know what we've got to eat.
This is okay.
Pass
this
me
is
that white thing, the lid. Look, everyone.
This is.
Look, everyone. Video game content. Oh, ow! No!
What happened?
I poked myself in the eyes with it.
How?
I was going to do a funny thing where I go, look, I'm like doing VR and I got myself right in the eyes and now my contact lens is all knocked out of whack.
Oh my goodness. What, with this?
Yes! You try it.
What do you have to do? Like that?
Just smash it into your face.
You okay now?
No! You could start telling them about things.
Well,
I've got to put my contact lenses back in.
Lovely box of goodies has been sent to us by Gary. From Scotland. It was sent to us ages ago, part of our big... we did an unboxing video like months and months and months ago, and we have been waiting for ages to taste these goodies.
So
and
they're probably all stale now. Sorry, Gary.
Yeah, I mean, I have been saying to Paul, come on.
Okay, we've had a live show.
We have been very busy.
That's why, hence, most of our content recently has just been you and I sitting here going...
Talking. Yeah, I'm surprised how much better I feel today. It's been a long time since. I think I'm finally starting to recover. I know. You'll get there too. You felt really good last week while I was...
Did I?
Under the weather.
That seems unlikely. Jesus Christ, today is a nightmare.
Penny wants
This
to
is a
leave.
nightmare.
Penny's out of here.
Good. Lock her out.
Oh, she's staying.
No, chain her up in the garden.
No.
Chain her up like we normally do. Put back in her cage in the garden. Like where we put her when it's thunder and lightning.
It's not funny. Not funny.
Right, go on.
So let's have a look. Gary says, contained within this box you will find a collection of Scottish-made confectionery items.
By the way, it's quite a long letter, so please don't read it all out. Otherwise, we'll be in podcast territory where we have 3 weeks worth of letters.
That's true. Oh no, I don't know how to edit.
Give it here. Give it here. Dear Paul and Sanja, thank you, Gary. Let's go.
Yeah, well, he mentioned like the sour plums in there and
sewer plums. I've certainly sent a few plums to the sewer. I've heard of sewer plums, Scots for sour plums.
Shall we taste them
Come
first?
in a variety of strength. If you would like, no, this is just him saying if we want more, we can find them online. We don't. Okay, some facts about... We tasting the soor plums first.
Yeah.
Right. These are said to have been first made in 1337 after a skirmish near Galashiels, where an English raiding party was overwhelmed and killed by locals. The English raiders were apparently eating unripe plums when they were discovered. So, this...
That's what the box looks like.
These are anti-English sweets.
All right. Made with the finest ingredients. They are bright green, like neon green.
Oh, my snot at the moment.
Is it?
I haven't even got particularly runny nose. I just feel...
Oh, you wait.
You wait. I hate it when it goes to that
Wait
stage.
a couple of days. So, how many, shall we give it 4 corners out of 4? How shall we rate?
You take the high road and I'll take the low road and I'll be in Scotland for. Yes? Me and my true love shall never meet again on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Out of 4.
How shall we rate these? Shall we rate them out? What's something Scottish? Out of locks. How many locks?
Out of 4. How am I going to... That's just going to be a puddle. It's going to look a puddle if I do it. Loch Ness Monsters. Better.
How many Loch Ness Monsters
out of 4? How many Nessies out of 4?
How many Nessies out of 4 would you rate? Would we rate these? Sweeties. Ready for a sour plum?
Yeah. I can't really smell much because of...
Well, I'll tell you. They definitely have... They have like an apple scent.
Well, that's interesting because they look like apple-flavoured
sweets.
They
do look like apple-flavoured sweet. All right.
I'll put one...
Yeah, definitely an apple-flavoured scent.
Immediate sourness, but not overwhelming. Good. Good.
Very, 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 very good.
Gotta take a while to eat. Good.
You might have to speed this bit up. I look like a chipmunk. Or a hamster. Do you remember our hamster that would come out with like cheeks this big?
Yeah. Then it died.
No, it died years later.
It died because it used to crawl across the ceiling
Love this.
of its cage.
That's not why it died.
It kept falling off the ceiling of its cage.
It lasted years.
I suspect it probably gave itself brain damage. It would get about halfway across its cage ceiling upside down and then drop onto its head.
Whoa, the sourness.
I have some comments to make.
The sourness at the end, probably because I crunched it like a maniac. Yeah, I was looking at the ingredients to see whether they had apple flavour, because that is pure apple.
Say, it just says sugar, glucose, citric acid, flavour.
Flavour, colour.
And then 3 different artificial colours, 3 E numbers.
Which you can tell that it's artificially coloured. Yeah, it tastes like apple flavour.
I didn't really get an apple flavour.
I've got some stuck in my teeth.
I just got a vague fruit flavour with sour.
But the sourness only hits at the end if you crunch into it.
It's there at the beginning. I think it's there throughout.
Crush it.
There throughout.
It's a mild sourness throughout.
It is, but it's pleasantly mild.
Yeah, it's not overwhelming like those... what are those big sour balls that they sell? Oh, God.
Stop kicking the mic.
Oh, no. This is why we're meant to use the other mic stand.
Yes. I have some of those over there. We're going to do a whole, possibly for our Halloween special, a sour special.
Oh.
I've got a ton of interesting sour things. I've got a couple of sour drinks coming as well.
Yes, love sour. What's your stance?
Yeah, what's your stance? What's your stance there? Yeah. Yes, dear.
What's your stance on sour fruit? Sour
fruit.
What's your stance on sour candy? Sour sweeties?
I don't know. What do you mean? I don't know.
Or sour flavours in general. Do you love them? Are you indifferent? Or are you?
I like them more than not.
Foe?
I'm a big fan of the beer known as a sour.
Oh.
I like a sour.
Are you a sour-phile or a sour-phobe?
I wouldn't say I'm either. Depends. depends. You can have stuff. You're right there.
That made a... It was a bit stuck.
There once was an ugly duckling whose feathers were all... How's it go? And then he goes...
Because the sourness is hitting. There's a bit of sweet still. No, I love sour.
Let's just rate them.
All right, but I want to say I've got a biased opinion because I love sour flavors.
Okay.
I love vinegar. I love pickled
You love
stuff.
covering the kitchen in vinegar. It's horrible when you do that.
Sometimes you have to. It's a good way of cleaning the microwave. You put vinegar in a
Disgusting.
cup. You can put a piece of lemon in it as well. Put it in the microwave for like 4 minutes, and the steam and the lemon and vinegar vapor helps break down the fat that has been coated on the microwave. Hopefully not too much.
Well, I like vinegar. I don't like my house smelling of vinegar.
The smell dissipates in 10 minutes.
Smelling of cooked vinegar.
It disappears in 10 minutes.
Anyway, carry on. You were talking about how much you love
so
sour things.
I'm biased, and because I'm going to give those like 10 Lockies out of 4.
Lockies?
Lockie,
I'm sorry,
Loch Ness Monster.
Lockie the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
I don't believe the Loch Ness Monster is colloquially known as Lockie.
Really?
Is that actually... Did you actually just call the Loch Ness Monster Lockie?
Isn't that what it's called?
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
What? You've never heard that before?
Lockie, the Loch Ness Monster.
Yes.
Have you never heard the name Nessie?
Oh, Nessie.
Wow. Lockie the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay, Nessie. I'm going to...
4 Lockies out of 4.
No, 10 Nessies out of 4.
No, don't do that.
They've
And then
multiplied.
I have to put them on screen then.
Nessie and Lockie have gotten together and multiplied.
I'm reducing them
Had
to
lots
4.
of babies.
No, I'm reducing them to 4. We can't go over 4. It's
They've
impossible.
had babies.
No, well, okay, if
I
they've had
mean,
babies, why don't we see loads of them?
nature
No,
works
you see one at
that
a time.
way.
But we're going to get 4 as a
Fine.
version of nature. I don't know what I'm saying. Right, I'm going to give
Right.
them 3. They're very nice. However, they don't have that extra... Well, that's unique. They didn't taste particularly unique to me. They were boiled sweet, which are a little bit sour.
They tasted unique to me because the sourness wasn't overwhelming. It was pleasant. It was really
Yes, I
enjoyable.
agree.
It wasn't so much that you're like, oh, how much can I stand? It wasn't a challenge to eat.
But
and it
still,
was a
I've had things
pleasure.
like that before. They're not that unique.
Well, they're unique to me, so 10 Nessies out of
No, 4 Nessies out of 4.
Fine.
Fine.
Let's do butter toffee.
Butt off.
Butter off. Soft.
Butt off.
Smooth eating.
Is it butt off?
Soft. Butter.
Was
Hang
he-
on.
has-
Start again.
Has
Cut that
Gary
bit.
said anything about this? No, he's talking about Cheap Show now. I have mentioned this in a... he works in an NHS laboratory that specialises in virological testing and diagnosis. Needless to say, it's been a busy past year, but the content produced... Oh, he's just saying how lovely we are. Thank you, Gary. You're quite nice
Thank you
too.
so much.
You're quite nice.
Paul. So these are Buchanan's butter toffees.
Neil Buchanan's.
And Buchanan's began producing their range of fine confectionery in 1856 and have been delighting customers ever since. Right, ready?
Yes.
So basically glucose syrup, sweetened condensed milk, and sugar, butter, milk, salt, etc. Have you had butter toffees before?
Probably.
We've got a Christmas-like
I'm taking
wrapping.
Christmas-like wrapping. Yeah, it's very Christmas colours.
Very Christmassy.
Yeah, well, my grandparents used to love toffee. Grandparents just generally
They
do,
do.
don't they?
It's a grandparents thing.
Okay, looks like a standard toffee.
Yep. Standoff.
Stand off.
It's not sour.
No, it's quite hard. And chewy.
Probably. You're probably not meant to chew them.
I'm not sucking it. This will go on for too long. It's a good toffee. It's a butter toffee. Quality butter toffee. Yeah, that's too close. Yes, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. What are you showing me? Generate the word generations. River Clyde. Oh, they have a factory on the banks of the River Clyde. Okay, good. And there's a man making some toffee. They're actually stuck in my teeth
I can
now.
talk
Great.
now. Sorry about that. I couldn't talk because all you would have seen was strings of toffee.
It's a nice creamy toffee, basically. That's it.
Delicious.
Delicious creamy toffee. I couldn't have too many because I'm not the world's biggest toffee fan. I'll be honest.
1 second, please.
What are you doing? Stop leaning off camera.
It's stuck to my teeth. I'm having a private moment.
To nice and creamy. Just do it on camera like I do. I don't care.
Have I spread lipstick everywhere?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a creamy toffee. If you know what toffee tastes like, and most people probably do, I'd have said, that's what that tastes like. And I'm going to give it 3 Lockies out of 4.
Because, Lockies.
Yeah, because it's nice. It's a good example of what it is, but it doesn't have that, oh, that's unusual, which I like. I like an unusual taste. Hasn't got that next level thing. If I was at a grandparent's house or an old person's house and they had a bowl of toffees on their coffee table, I'd certainly have one of those.
Yes. I'm going to give it... Are we going with Lockie then, not Nessie?
Yeah, Lockie, the
All
Loch
right.
Ness monster. Lockie, the other Loch Ness monster.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm giving them 4 Lockies out of 4 again because, and this is the difference I taste in them. They have a slight edge above most supermarket cream toffees.
That's true. I'll give it that.
You can tell that this is not your bog standard Morrison's brand butter toffee. You can taste that they've used proper cream, that they've used good quality ingredients, and that they've boiled them with care.
Right, in that case, I'm adding, you're right, you won me over, I'm adding
Yeah.
an extra half a Lockie.
Yeah, you can taste the difference.
Half a Lockie.
Half a Lockie. Which half? Top or bottom?
Middle.
Middle.
Middle half. Where is today's? Okay, what were you about to do then?
I was going to say, you've lost the what's it called? Oh, when YouTube goes.
Monetization.
Yeah. I can't talk today. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
This is one that only you can have.
Oh.
Scottish butter tablet.
Everything's buttery in Scotland, I see.
Well, that's good because I love butter. So.
Do you remember when people would get? Did you have this in Australia?
Oh wait.
No, I'm talking to you.
Sorry, I can have it.
Okay, good. In Australia, did they have it when they get a buttercup and put it under your chin?
No, that's here. My girls used to do that. They're obsessed with that. Do you like butter?
Yeah.
They would ask each other and me about 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
Every summer.
Yes. Do you like butter? And
Yes.
If it was reflected,
Yeah.
you did apparently.
Yeah.
Let's find out if you like butter. Well, just ask me. Don't shove a flower under my chin.
Oh. And it could work with
Does it?
our sponsor chicken.
Oh, that's. Oh yeah.
Let me see.
Do you like chickens?
Do you like
Do you
butter?
like chickens?
Do you like butter?
I don't know.
Well, no, because the flour's not a piece of butter, is it? Do you like butter?
No,
Yes.
it's chickens. No, but it's called a buttercup.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
that's a chicken.
True. All right, so I thought these were going to be shortbread, but they're not. They are some kind of sweet
Tablet. I've had tablet
made
before.
with condensed milk.
Yeah, I have had tablet.
How do we open it? I have had tablet or tablets.
That's what is called tablet.
Ooh, they look like fudge.
Yeah, it's kind of a chalky sort of fudge, if I recall. See, I've been to Scotland. I'm practically Scottish.
Chalky fudge. Smells a bit fudgy. A bit fudgy, not overpowering. Would you like a piece?
Yes, I will have a piece of tablet. Don't forget to take your tablet.
Take your tablet, please.
Yeah.
It's tablet time.
It's very
I know I'm
chalky.
trying to break it.
Chalky. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. Both the smell, what it looks like, and the texture. It reminds me of a sweet pork scratching. I don't know why.
I thought pork scratchings were crunchy and hard.
They are. It smells like pork scratching. Doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Why is that? I'm sure that's not what it's meant to smell like. I don't like that. For a start, I don't like the texture. Sorry, Scots. I don't like the texture. And I don't like the taste of that, sorry. No, that's not very nice. The only thing that kept me eating that was the sweetness. It's really sweet.
Very extreme sweetness.
But there's a weird aftertaste. Actually, yeah, I don't like the aftertaste. Nah. I wouldn't want to eat that ever again. Ugh.
Wow. Now, I was wondering whether it was just going to be the same as fudge. And it's a little bit similar to fudge, isn't it?
But it's got that horrible chalkiness.
It's got a real crumbly, chalky texture where... What could we compare it to?
Eating chalk.
But soft chalk.
Chalk that's been run under the rim of a toilet.
No!
It's got a horrible aftertaste.
No, I mean, I love the texture. I love that you bite into it and it crumbles in your mouth softly.
No.
Love the texture.
All over
The flavour, see, it's got like a kind of fudge flavour, but dialed right down.
But it's that there's a weird,
very...
unpleasant aftertaste that's a little bit shitty.
I'm not getting that. It might be because you've got a cold. I'm not getting that.
I don't think colds make shit go in your mouth.
Paul!
What?
I'm not
Unless
getting that. I
something's
think it
gone
tastes
very wrong.
Well, I like the taste, which
Okay,
I
I know.
don't think it tastes like what you think it tastes like. I like the taste because I think
Look
it
at
tastes...
you. Look at you.
I think it tastes...
Butter wouldn't melt. Butter tablet wouldn't melt in your mouth. That thing that you said.
Well, it just
I've
did.
never said it. Say it. Go on,
It
say
just
Say
did.
it.
No, because I like the taste. I'm not going to say it.
Shit.
If I...
Say it.
Shit.
Oh, she did it. One of us. She's foul-mouthed.
Yeah, you know I swear.
A lot.
Australian, like, which Australian doesn't swear? I like the taste. Except it confuses me because there's that fudge taste, but it's so much milder.
Should we just get to the scoring?
Yes,
the
scoring.
lockies.
Yes.
Go on. I'm giving it 1 out of 4. 1 Lockie out of 4. Sorry, I didn't like that at all.
I'm gonna give it a...
Don't overthink it.
I'm gonna give it a...
Don't overthink it.
I'm gonna give it a... Oh, this is
Don't
tough.
overthink it, please.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
Don't overthink it, Sanja.
I'm gonna
Don't
give it...
overthink it, Sanja. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 2.5 because it's extremely sweet, so you can't eat more than, I think, probably more than half,
sweet.
and I had a whole one, and I'm like, whoa.
But it was the sweetness that kept me eating, because I'm like, but this is sweet, I should like this. Didn't like the texture initially.
Love the texture.
The sweetness then got too much, way too much.
The sweetness was like, hits you in the brain.
And then there was that horrible aftertaste. What did you say you give it? Did you?
2.5.
2.5, I'm giving it 1. 1 Lockie, yep.
2.5 Lockies.
No.
Okie dokie. Next up, going fishing in the lock. Next.
Go on.
Ooh, next thing I've caught is licorice toffee.
Oh.
Again, Buchanan's.
Can you have
the fine
this?
taste
You
of
can't have
Scotland.
licorice, can you?
That's a good question because a lot of licorice has wheat in it. It looks like this is wheat-free.
Oh.
Glucose syrup, sweetened condensed milk, sugar, palm oil, butter, salt, flavourings. I can eat it.
Wow, Scotland is very gluten-free friendly. Celiac friendly.
Celiac friendly Scotland. Smells a bit licoricey, and we have some more.
These are by the same people, are they?
These are by, do you want to smell it?
They're all wrapped up, but I am getting a licorice. This is Buchanan's again, isn't it? The fine taste of Scotland.
Hufflepuff colours.
Here's the thing that I don't always get about licorice. When you buy licorice, it always says eating licorice. What is the non-eating or non-edible licorice?
Medicinal licorice.
Well, what do you do with it? Put up your bum or something?
You can make tea with it.
Well, then that's drinking licorice.
I suppose you can chew on a licorice stick.
Right.
So it's not. Is that? I suppose that is eating it. Or you might be able to make tinctures and stuff out of it.
Dinky.
It's good for digestion.
Yep.
And I think it's meant to help colds. I think. Don't quote me on it.
Little black dot. What?
Dot. That's a big dot.
Oh,
That's a big dot.
okay, big dot.
All right. I've never had licorice toffee before. Have you?
Well, no, I haven't actually. Liking that. Liking that a lot. Why do you keep doing that? When you've got something in your mouth, you going like that. That's great television, isn't it? That's great content. Look, everyone, look.
You can read
look,
it out.
Look at me silently pointing something out to someone else. Great content. I can't read it out because I haven't got my reading spectacles on. I can't see that.
Well,
I can just see the word milk and butter and soya, solid.
The colour.
Bold.
The colour, vegetable carbon.
Oh, good. Burnt vegetables.
I need to have a private moment.
Sanya's private moments. What I'm going to say about that is I like that a lot. A lot. I love licorice anyway. Combined with the toffee, or what would you say licorice is? It's not. It's a sort of bitter, isn't it? It's bitter. I love the bitterness there with the sweetness of the toffee. Lovely combination. I'm gonna go all out and say I'm giving that 4 Lockies out of 4.
But let's also mention that you are slightly biased because you love licorice in general.
Wait a minute.
You always get sprogs in a pick and mix.
Yes. Is that a bias? You've said this before.
I did, yeah.
Is it a
because you're
bias?
not coming to it neutrally.
Well,
neutrally?
I can't help
With
what
neutrality.
I like. I can't help what I like. It's
That's
not. I
true.
don't think it's bias.
All right.
It's like if you like,
Well,
I'm not biased against.
because it would mean more if you, like me, don't usually like licorice sweets. Unless I only like those long licorice sticks, which I can't have, and there's only one brand that I like, and I can't remember the name. I can't eat them anymore because they've got gluten in them. I don't like licorice all sorts. Don't like licorice, sprogs. Don't like licorice like
you don't
sweet
need to.
oil
You don't need to
sweets.
list everything licorice that exists in the world. You don't have to do that.
Only like genuine licorice strips.
Okay.
So that would mean more if then I come along and go, they're good.
Okay. Doesn't mean you're biased. It just means you don't like licorice. It's not a
But
bias.
then if I say
it's like
these
saying, I'm
are-
prejudiced against licorice,
These
or
are
I'm prejudiced
delicious.
towards toffees. Doesn't make any sense because a prejudice is something that isn't like kind of.
It means you're prejudging it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not. I wasn't.
Well, I was, because I was like, oh, licorice.
Whatever.
But they're really good.
Give it your Lockies.
They're really good.
Really
I'm going to
good.
give it, I mean, it's still licorice flavour, so I'm going to give it 3 out of 4.
I suspect
Not
I
the
would.
full 4 because, licorice.
I will be having some more of these later today.
I think you'll be having a whole packet.
The other toffees, nice as they were, nah.
No?
I'm not.
Really?
These I could keep eating because they've got
Yeah.
that bitterness.
Oh,
Okay.
you're into bitter and I'm into sour.
B&S.
You take the bitter road and I'll take the sour road.
Okay.
And I'll be in Toffee
So you
land.
do know the tune.
Well, I know it now.
Get more sweets.
Alright, more sweets, more sweets.
And we've got 2 more. This is the
Treacle
penultimate.
toffee.
Oh, this is Buchanan's again. Buchanan's getting a lot from us.
Treacle toffee. Ooh.
Okay, this could be overwhelmingly sweet.
It could be, but will it? Ready for that treacle toffee?
Buchanan's again.
So treacle is that they like Quality
It's a
Street.
nice purple
Quality Street
purple wrapper. If you can't see that.
Treacle's
It's
like that
been a
thick, sugary.
black. It's like molasses. So yeah, as expected, this is a
Yeah.
darker toffee. What? Oh,
Finally, the treacle flavour hit.
it's so sticky.
Yeah.
It's so sticky. Again, I couldn't eat a lot of them. I don't dislike it. Couldn't eat a lot. that has a good aftertaste. That's the opposite of that tablet. Initially, it's a bit like there's not a lot going on here.
Initially, I was like, it's really similar to the, what was the other one called? The butter toffee.
But milder, not as sweet, I found.
Yeah, and I was like, can't really taste the treacle, but then at the end, maybe the treacle's in the middle or something, I don't know. It was at the end, the treacle flavour hits you.
Yes.
Hits you like a sugary...
Hatchet. It has a very sort of subtle, almost coffee-like quality to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, caramelly, slightly bitter. Very, very, very slightly bitter. But mixed with that overpowering sweetness. I mean, I probably couldn't have more than one because of the massive sweetness, but it was nice.
Not as sweet, I thought, as the butter toffee, but I will give it... I'll give that 3 Lockies out of 4 again.
I'll give it 3 out of 4 as well.
Well done, Buchanan's. You do good toffees.
Buchanan's are the kings of toffee.
Buchanan's, not Buchanan's.
No. And then the last thing is traditional whiskey fudge.
Who makes this? You should be reading out on this. Is Ross's again. Now, what else did they do? Did they do the disgusting tablet?
They did the tablet, which I liked.
Okay, this is whiskey fudge. So now fudge. Okay, you could say I'm biased, prejudice, whatever else you want to accuse me of. Not the world's biggest fudge fan, and again, its texture for me, I don't like that slight chalkiness.
The crumbliness.
Yeah.
These have 4% whiskey in them. You're also not a whiskey fan, are you?
No, I've only ever drunk whiskey a handful of times.
Maybe you were drinking the wrong whiskey.
Well, I've only ever drunk it in Scotland, to be honest.
Oh.
So probably the right whiskey. But
how did you drink it? Just straight?
I have had it straight. When the first time I ever properly drank whiskey was because, long story this, ended up in I can't be bothered to tell it. Oh, now they're all going to go. Right, yeah, I told you. I'll tell them. Years and years and years ago, when I had a career, I got sent off to do some research on a project I was working on to the Western Isles. And I travelled around the Western Isles for a week by myself, occasionally kind of with a guide.
For a week?
Yeah, I was up there for a week.
Wow.
I got stranded up there eventually because of the weather. And I ended up in this hotel. What's the very most southern island? Is it Harris? No, Barra's the very, very southern one. That's where I got stranded. But anyway, I was waiting to catch, I think it was off from Harris down to Barra, a ferry. And ended up in this hotel where the only other people staying in the hotel were these two English blokes from London who were researching a film that they were also working
what were
on.
The chances?
And they were drinking whiskey, and they had a jug of water to water down their whiskey. So
is that considered like sacrilegious to water down your whiskey? Because I know, like in Italy, if you're having dinner and you want to water down your wine, sometimes people are like,
why would anyone water down wine?
I like watering down wine.
Anyway, but yeah, so I kind of, because I went to the bar, I'll have a beer, and then they were in there, and I somehow got talking to them, and I stayed friends with them for a while, actually. Stayed in touch. We met up in London a couple of times. Anyway, that's that.
And but you didn't like the taste of the whiskey?
Oh, it's just a bit much, isn't it? I don't really get why anyone really likes it.
Well, you only meant to have like a tiny bit.
Yeah, that's all I was doing, but just lots of tiny bits.
And it was too much
one
for
after
you.
another. Yeah, I
Oh
felt
dear, were you really drunk?
terrible the next day. Yeah, awful.
Oh dear. All right. Well, this fudge only has 4% whiskey, so hopefully you'll still feel good tomorrow.
The only other time I drank whiskey,
Yeah.
I didn't like it. It was in Inverness. I've gone with Gavin,
Yeah.
who used to work for Digitiser, was Mr. Udders. No, Mr. Udders? Yeah, Mr. Udders. And I didn't like my whiskey so much that I gave it to him. And all I can really remember is him in the lift back up to our room. Shared a room, that was weird in itself. Was him on all fours in the lift.
What?
And crawling out of the literally on all fours, crawling out of the lift to the room, and then getting in the room and throwing up.
Oh no! What?
So I'm not the biggest
whiskey fan.
Yeah.
I know my brother keeps asking me if you like whiskey.
Obviously, I look like a whiskey drinker. Not big. Drinker,
I think he might have gotten into his whiskies recently, like artisanal whiskies.
Yeah.
And so he was curious to know if you liked it, and I keep having to say no.
Yeah, my mate John often goes, because his parents still live near here, and goes to the one up at the Grimsdyke.
Is there a whiskey distillery up there?
No, they have a festival occasionally.
Oh, we should go. Because you love whiskey so
No,
much.
we should not go.
All right, ready?
Yes.
You do want to go to a beer festival, though, don't you?
I've been to many beer festivals. Okay, yeah. Looks like fudge.
It smells. You can smell the alcohol. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, a little bit. It smells a bit like.
You can smell the alcohol.
Smells a bit like a rat's cage.
What rats are you hanging out with?
Wouldn't you like
They're
to
just
know?
like stealing. They're stealing all the whiskey. You're not going to have the beer.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know.
You just want to smell it.
Okay, that's nice and soft.
Oh, it's very soft. Actually, comparing it now to the crumble. Comparing it to the crumble, which was not the crumble, the tablet was very crumbly.
I hate to say it, it's got that same aftertaste as Ross's tablet. And the aftertaste is a little bit like a stable or a rat's cage, like an animal's cage.
What animal cages have you had experience with?
Well, ones that taste like Minnie, in fact. Minnie. It's where we keep our cats, remember? little cage like that.
That tastes like whiskey.
No, it doesn't taste like
It smells like whiskey.
I'm not really getting anything whiskey out of it.
I am getting whiskey, and
Have you ever drunk whiskey?
I would like, only with Coke.
Have you? Not in front of me. When you've been doing
No.
that?
No, not. I haven't had it for many years.
You've been having it when I've been out at meetings.
Wait, what's the brand? Maybe I haven't. What's the brand? I'm thinking rum. What's the brand of whiskey?
Well, I don't know. Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels and Coke. Yeah, maybe I have had.
Yeah,
But
I've
very
done that.
rarely.
I've drunk that.
Very rarely.
Yeah, several times.
I don't think I've ever had like a whiskey.
We'll get some when your brother's over at Christmas.
But you can taste it in there.
A bit. Not
You can.
like massively. No, she's lying.
I'm not, and
She's
it
lying.
works.
She's lying.
It works. It
Confirmation
works like
bias.
when you add a shot of brandy to your coffee or something.
Nah.
That milky, creamy taste with the whiskey flavour cutting through it nicely.
Here's my issue with fudge. I mean, and that fudge has that horrible aftertaste that I discussed. No
That's
matter
your
what
cold
she
talking.
said. No, it's not. The trouble with fudge is you bite into it and that's nice and soft. And then there's that slight grittiness when you get through it, and I don't like that.
I love that.
It's like getting sand in your packed lunch.
No, really?
Yeah.
You think it tastes sandy?
No, well, yeah, it's a little bit of grittiness. I don't want my food to be gritty.
Oh, I love it. It's not as gritty as the tablet, because now we can see. I thought the tablet was quite fudge-like, but now we can see there's a big difference.
Yeah.
The tablet's way more gritty and crumbly.
Yeah, but it's that
Drier.
slight grittiness at the end. I don't like it, and I never have with fudge. That's my issue. Which toffee's like that without the yeah, fudge is obviously softer than toffee.
Yeah, this fudge is very soft.
Don't like it. Sorry. Better than the tablet, so I'm giving it 1.5, and that is okay. It's personal taste. Not a big fudge fan.
Well, okay. I'm gonna give it a. Should I rate it as a general sweet or as a fudge? I'm gonna give it 3.5 because I think
Wow,
it's.
that's high.
Well, yes, because it's got
Yes.
slightly. It's got,
Well, yes.
it has something slightly more eccentric to it
Okay,
than the toffees did. So it's got like that added extra flavour that you wouldn't expect, which is the whiskey flavour. I think it's lovely and soft, and the only reason I'm not giving it 4 is because it's extremely sweet.
Okay, too much
It's like
sweetness.
really, really sweet.
Gary, send us some savoury snacks next time.
You love your savoury.
Love the savoury.
Well, I'm saying thank you, Gary, because as a sweet tooth person, these were delicious.
Yes, thank you, Gary. And thank you to anyone who wants to send us some sweets.
We've
or
got
crisps,
actually we've got one.
Or, oh God, now what are we doing? We've gone on for quite a long time already.
Okay, all right.
That's not Scottish either.
No.
And this is a Scottish special.
All right.
What I would say is yes, if you do send us anything to the post box here, make sure it's marked for Digitiser because it goes to Paul Gannon's house. Just bear with us because sometimes it takes us a while to get round to these.
Yeah. Luckily, these all survived.
Yeah.
All survived waiting.
Don't
for
send
months.
us anything that's going to perish too soon. But yes, I think that's it for now, isn't it, dear?
I think that's it for now too.
If you're not aware, we've got a Kickstarter running for a new series of Digitiser the show.
Yes.
Which
is going to be nothing like this.
Nothing.
It's going to
like
be
this.
full on 100%, not 100%, video games.
Not 100%.
Not 100%.
But it'll have big production values.
Yes.
And if you go over there to the Kickstarter, link in the description here below, you can get rewards. Cool things like if you missed out, a Series 1 Digitiser the Show DVD.
Yes.
You can get badges of Digitiser characters, enamel pins. You can get a t-shirt, DVDs of Digitiser Live 2.0. You can get a chance to be in the show.
You can get a clump of his hair.
You can get a clump of his
which
hair.
no one has bought yet.
At this point.
At this point.
I might just buy it just
for yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll buy it.
Put it back in.
I'll buy it.
So you can keep it in a locket. Anyway, and we also have a Patreon, which is for these, which pays for our regular episodes. And the top tier patrons recently got a massive dump of 4 hours, quite literally a dump of 4 hours of Digitiser Series 1 special features. 4 hours of stuff. And you've got kind of years worth going back if you want to go and see the earlier posts. Don't forget. Anyway, and you get things early and other exclusive stuff.
Yes.
But the Kickstarter's the important one at the moment, so go support us on that so we can kind of go, we got to...
Which we're already doing.
Yeah, because it's already done
Because
quite well.
we were like, whoa.
But it's not done well enough. We wanted to do better. Don't just...
Well, the better it does, the better we can make the show.
Yes. All right. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. We're Mr. Biffo and Sanja, and we'll be back next week, or maybe Darren will be here next week or something. I don't know yet. We haven't decided. We're going to film next week.
We will see.
We'll see. Bye.
Bye-bye.